All right, here's the deal. I let it go way too long, and it's my fault. Nothing's wrong. Fortunately, nothing's wrong. It's my fault, but we've reached 212, maybe in 214,000 miles now. It's no longer the daily driver. It's no longer our primary family vehicle. So now I'm taking it out of service to be able to do some things. I've got a shocks, new lug nuts, because if you know anything about these Jeep lug nuts, they have a little tin cap on them, and that'll break down over time, and then they'll start coming off. So I got new lug nuts. I got shocks on all four corners. Was able to purchase the fleet model Cop Interceptor, whatever, the government situation. And then if you know anything about Jeep Cherokees or Jeeps in general, you get a suspension sag where your leaf actually inverts a little bit. So I got a Pro Comp add a leaf. It'll lift it back up to factory specs. You can see the front has a lot more wheel well gap. So I'll go over what I've done to keep this on the road. We bought it at 165,000 miles for $2,250. I've gotten it to pass emissions in Colorado. We've kept it on the road. It's been a very good vehicle for us. It did take a little bit of wrenching know-how, not a lot. I'm not a mechanic, but it took a little bit of wrenching know-how to keep it on the road. But sad to say, I've been derelict in some aspects. So this tune-up that I'm doing, which is cap, rotor, plug wires, and new plugs, is probably going to give it a lot of get up and go, and it still has a lot of power left in it. The only thing is it's a 96, and 93, 94, 95, 96s generally have an overheating issue because they had to lean out for the EPA standards at that time. So I know an okay amount about Jeeps, specifically Cherokees. That's where I spent most of my time YouTubing and reading and wrenching. Even took off my exhaust manifold to weld up the Y because of the lean out problem. So it's not even a perfect weld, it's just no longer cracked. So I mean, we'll go through a different part series, and I'll talk about what we did to keep this on the road. Also, I've kept that on the road, and then got Mama something small and economical and dependable with a 100,000 mile warranty on bumper to bumper. So just a couple things we're going to start going over. Pardon the garage, it's too hot to really clean and organize at this point in time, so it's a complete pigsty. So